Hi, George here, and I'll be showing you how to do this paint splatter style mask inside of Affinity Photo. It's easy to do and only requires going out and finding one thing, and that's the shape for the mask. Of course, you have to have your picture as well, but that's pretty obvious. Okay, now I found the shape for this over at Pixabay. Let me bring that website up and I'll show you where I found that. Here's Pixabay, and then you just do a search here. And what I searched for was splatters. Here we go. And I had this thing set up here at illustrations. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Here's some nice paint splatters right here. Scroll down, here's another one. That's a good one. And that, and a more op art style over there. A lot of fun stuff. This is also good in here. What I would do here is I would take these things and then make them pure black and white by just pushing the contrast real high and filling those with black. Great shapes for this kind of a process. And the one I used is right down over here. Now to download this, these are all free to use. Go ahead and click on that. And then in here, click on download. Now I brought this down at the 920 by 1851 size. And then choose download and save it onto your hard drive. Okay, so I've got that. Let's get this out of the way. And I'll put the link for this one if you want to come right to here. I'll put this link in the description. There we go. And I'll close this down too. We don't need that any longer. So open up your original picture. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm just using this one. If you want to try this one, I'll put this link in the description as well. Okay, let's go up here to File. And we're going to place our new image. And I have mine sitting right there. Choose Open. You get this little placing brush here. Put this in the upper left-hand corner. And then you can bring this in wherever you want that. Now it comes in too large as you see, and that's fine. Just grab the corners up here. And I'll drag this down until it's in a good size. It's a bit too small now, so I'll drag this up and just try to kind of find a good size for that. I want to have the main splatter in here completely on the page. So there's the top of the splatter. Here's the bottom. There's some more stuff down below. What I care about is the main part of that, and that's good right there. Now to be able to position this right, go over here, change the opacity down to about halfway. You can then see your image in behind. We can move it later as well, but you can get a good idea in here. And I think right around here looks pretty good. Like that. Let's put this back up again to full black. Okay. Now we need to combine these together so that this is being used as a layer mask to show the image in behind and hide everything else. Easy to do. Right click on the name of your splatter. Notice how my splatter is in front of my background layer. I'm also going to unlock that background layer. There we go. Just unlock that. Right click and mask to below. And that takes that top layer and puts it as a mask layer on this image here. And now you notice I can move this around all by itself, or click over here and that selects the whole thing. I can then move the whole thing as one unit. So you have those two options. Click onto the mask and move the mask, or click onto the image and move them both together. Now let's bring it back over here towards the center a little bit. Now it's not perfect. I have some stuff down here I don't want. Easy to get rid of that. Go back over here and just grab the eraser tool and erase out anything that you don't want. I'll take just a couple of those out. The ones I kind of like having in there. That looks good. Okay, let's go ahead now and add in an effect on this. Come down here, click on the button that says FX. And I want to have the outer shadow right there. Click on that. I have this in the kind of bottom right-hand corner over here. Now to see these inside of Affinity Photo, you have to come up quite a ways. So let's bring the offset up about halfway, and you should begin to see that offset. You can see it right down there. There it is. About halfway is pretty good. Same thing for radius. Bring it all the way about halfway up. And that's going to soften down that edge. And then bring the opacity all the way to the top. That's going to be black. And then balance out the radius here to get the amount of softening. More to the left, and it's a harder edge. More to the right, it's much softer. So I want to have just a bit of that hard black showing, but then softening out pretty fast from that. It looks like right around the middle again is pretty good on this image. Okay, last thing we need to do is to put a new background behind this. You can use a textured pattern if you want to. I'm just going to use white. Let's come down here, click on the new pixel layer button or add pixel layer button right there. I'll drag it underneath, and then I have white as my foreground color. You see it up here and up here. If something else is in front like that, just reverse those. If it's a different color, just click on that and then come in here and drag upper left-hand corner, and that's a pure white. Or double click over here, left-hand side, and again, just drag upper left-hand corner, and that's your pure white. Okay, let's take the flood fill tool right here, paint bucket tool, click on that. That just fills that background layer with white. And you can do this trick with anything that's a solid black on your layer, using that as a layer mask will take your image and put it inside whatever you have on that layer. If you want to learn a lot more about how to use Affinity Photo, I have a complete training course for this program, and I'll put a link at the top of the description. And in there, I cover everything, all the tools, all the panels, right-hand side, all the menus, everything. Great place to learn how to use this program. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon if you want notifications of when my new videos go up. I'm doing new videos all the time, and I'll see you next time.